Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2-3. Solo D. DWA, we gonna do it like this. Look. Get back to the season, yeah, it's time for 2-3. Miami sports been on fire, kicking ass like Bruce Lee. Tua hit the weight room and got his tribe on his sleeve. Got some goals on his list that he gotta achieve. Matt D with the schemes, he supplying the dream. Brought in Vic for defense, we bout to hunt for the ring. Buffet boys hit squad, we ain't thinking about Rodgers. Only Hall of Famer we acknowledge this year's Thomas.
Unreal play by Zach Thomas.
Legendary at the crib, what we do is historic. Ain't won a ring in 50 years, but not one season been born. We been steady building up, they been sleeping and snoring. We been repping for that aqua, plus that green and the orange. 305 South Florida, we the reason it's storming. Since we picked up Tyreek, why should our speed been important? Waddle patch, they gon' dance like a penguin when scoring. Running backs, run it back, O-line don't want no sack. They reload in beast mode to protect the quarterback. CBS recorded that, then the world syndicated. Put the league on notice, now they all intimidated. Took some L's from injuries, but now them boys rejuvenated. When they lining up against you, running through you, you gon' hate it. All the fans gon' debate it. Compare and contrast, the same conversation on a different podcast. I'm a DolFAN for life. 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 Who that?
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep. DWA, that's DolFans with attitude. MSM, that's Miami Sports Music. Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2-3. Solo D. DWA, we gonna do it like this. Look. Get back to the season, yeah, it's time for 2-3. Miami sports been on fire, kicking ass like Bruce Lee. Tua hit the weight room and got his tribe on his sleeve. Got some goals on his list that he gotta achieve. Matt D with the schemes, he supplying the dream. Brought in Vic for defense, we bout to hunt for the ring. Buffet boys hit squad, we ain't thinking about Rodgers. Only Hall of Famer we acknowledge this year's Thomas.
Unreal play by Zach Thomas.
Legendary at the crib, what we do is historic. Ain't won a ring in 50 years, but not one season been born. We been steady building up, they been sleeping and snoring. We been repping for that aqua, plus that green and the orange. 305 South Florida, we the reason it's storming. Since we picked up Tyreek, why should our speed been important? Waddle patch, they gon' dance like a penguin when scoring. Running backs, run it back, O-line don't want no sack. They reload in beast mode to protect the quarterback. CBS recorded that, then the world syndicated. Put the league on notice, now they all intimidated. Took some L's from injuries, but now them boys rejuvenated when they line
This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers, let's go.
I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. Two a time, two a time. Time to grind, time to shine.
What up, baby? It's Victory Monday!
My intuition told me this.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning to my family, my Fin-laws. It's Victory Monday! What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am your host, Stephen Daniels. You can follow me on all social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Make sure you guys follow me everywhere, especially on X or Twitter, whatever it is you want to call it. Boy, we got Victory Monday, baby. Life is always better on Victory Monday. I love it. You love it. Your cousins love it. Your daddy loves it. Your mama loves it. Your sister loves it. It's Victory Monday. Yes. I'm stoked, man. I love it. I don't care that it's preseason. Do you? It is Victory Monday, the first Victory Monday of 2023. Here's the best part about Victory Monday. It's not our last Victory Monday. It's the first And I'm going to tell you when the last Victory Monday is going to be. The last Victory Monday is going to be in February. In February. That's right. I said it. In February. That's the last time you're going to see a Victory Monday. I'm telling y'all right now, this is the first and the last Victory Monday is going to be in February. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay? It went down this weekend. Friday didn't happen. We don't care about Friday no more. Nope, it didn't happen. You ain't gonna try to rain on my parade. I'm replenished full of hopium, ladies and gentlemen. I got my re-up. Messing with them Dolphins. Oh, I got that Solo D new track. Y'all want me to play that Solo D real quick, don't you? I'm gonna play that Solo D one more time.
For life. I'm a Dolphin for life. I'm a Dolphin for life. I'm a Dolphin for life.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You ain't ready.
2, 3. Solo D. DWA, we gonna do it like this.
It's a different person you are. I know.
Get back to the season, yeah, it's time for some
never happened.
Miami sportsman on fire, kicking ass like Bruce Lee. Tua hit the weight room and got his tribe on his sleeve. Got some goals on his list that he gotta achieve. Matt D with the schemes, he's supplying the dream. Running Vic for defense.
I gotta make up for what I didn't do on Thursday, man. Yes, I was down in the dumps on Thursday. I'm just saying.
Legendary at the crib, what we do is historic. Ain't won a ring in 50 years, but not one season been born. We've been steady building up, they've been sleeping and snoring. We've been repping for that aqua, plus that green and the orange. 305 South Florida, we the reason it's storming. Since we picked up Tyreek, why should our speed been important? Why the passion ain't gon' dance like a ping when we scoring? Running back. O-line don't want no sacks. They reload in beast mode to protect the quarterback. CBS recorded that, and the world syndicated. Put the league on notice, now they all intimidated. Took some L's from injuries, but now them boys rejuvenated. When they lining up against you, running through you.
You ain't have to do it to them like this. All right, let's get back to it.
I'm a Dolphin for life.
I'm a Dolphin for life. I'm a Dolphin for life.
So low, deep. So low, deep. DWA, that's Dolphins with attitude.
Thursday never happened, okay? As far as I'm concerned, Thursday never happened, okay? Thursday never happened. We don't know about Thursday. Don't bring it up to me. It never happened, okay? Never happened. You guys can follow Miami Sports Music everywhere at Miami Sports Music, except on Twitter or X, where we are at MIA Sports Music. Also, hey, on your way in, make sure you guys hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up. Okay, big deal. And when you do, hey, by the way, when you do subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the bell notification. That way you get notified anytime the Dolphins or Dolphins, excuse me, like myself, go live. Or Solo D drops a new track. Wait till that video comes out. Woo-hoo! Man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I had to re-up my case of hopium, my supply of hopium. I got it, y'all. I'm here for your hopium. If you need it, this is the place to get it. Sign up today to become a member. There are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you. If you look in the description below, you'll see membership. Click it. Can I get 2 new members to the channel today? I know there's 2 people out there that want some hopium on a daily, weekly basis, monthly basis. Get your membership, man. Okay? Get your membership. Also, hey, look, you can help the channel grow by donating. Lots of different ways you can do it. You can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $ below the bottom of the chat there. You click it. If somebody wants to test it for me, they can. I'm not going to be mad at you. That way, everybody can see how it works. Or you can also use Cash App or PayPal, which is $MSM Podcast Network or MSM Podcast Network. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports, the #1 place to get your cars, jerseys, balls, and hard-to-find items, make sure you follow ZSM Sports today. Less is more events. Lime tickets. They have the best prices that are less than the competition, allowing you to have more fun. Give them a call today at 202-930-3533 to get a personalized experience today with absolutely zero service fees. And Tailgreeter. We love Tailgreeter. Download the app today on your current Apple or Android device, okay? Make sure you follow Tailgreeter on social media at Tailgreeter, and make sure you download and go to their website today, okay? All right. Boy, do we have a show for you today. Recap and fan reaction. Dolphins 28, Houston Texans 3. Look, all right, so number one, just a little recap of me and what's Friday I wasn't here. My baby girl was sick. We had to take her to not the emergency room, but the doctors, the 24-hour, the kids' clinics. So we took her there. She was not doing good there, but the moment we got home, she started running around. So I don't know what it is about kids, but man, let me tell you, they're not doing good. And you get home, tell them to relax, and that medicine kicks in, and they're like, I'm ready to go. And they start moving 15 different ways to Sunday. But baby girl's good. So that was good. Was a little worried about her Friday morning. That's why I took her to the doctor, but overreactive parent probably more than anything. Or overreaction probably. Sort of like my Thursday was. I think we all had a right to feel that way on Thursday. So let me tell you, as a Dolphins fan, I have been through a roller coaster of emotion over the last week. Actually, I've been through a roller coaster of emotion as a Dolphins fan my entire life, but especially over the last week. She was faking. She was embarrassed to go to school after that Pete D. Daniels SKPL meltdown. I see what you did there. Look, Thursday we were all feeling it, man. We thought Armstead had went down. It wasn't good. We thought the world was over. The world had stopped spinning for a minute as Dolph fans. Look, if you don't feel that way, I'm sorry, okay? 90% of y'all felt like that, and I felt like that, and I didn't have my hopium, okay? I didn't have my hopium on Thursday. I was fresh out. Omar, the wire, he came through and got my stash house of hopium, okay? It was gone. It was gone. But then Saturday night came, or Saturday evening came. And let me tell you, did I re-up on my hopium. Boy, they said, Steven, what you doing what you doing? This is preseason. But you know what? If you need some hopium, we'll give it to you. Tua was playing with my emotions there after that first snap. Boy, I dropped my head after that first snap. I said, oh, Lord, here we go. Here we go. This is what they want to do to me. They want to give me a heart attack in preseason. Huh? That's what they want to do? I want to hear there was just crybabies that went crazy on Thursday. That's not true, Bones. I went crazy, and I ain't no crybaby, okay? 90% of the fan base went crazy on Thursday. Not all of them. 90% of the fan base, okay? My sources told me that your daughter took you to the hospital. You know what, Raul? You might have been right. I was so not feeling well Friday morning after Thursday. I was like, Lord, please let this be. Don't let the man be hurt. We need Armstead. Yes, okay. I was like that. It was whatever, okay? All right, now, Saturday came, and my frown turned into an upside-down smile. Tua threw that interception at first. I was like, come on. What you doing, man? I try to defend you. I try to be nice. And then after that, it went. And then Connor snap, the second snap. Connor, what the hell are you doing? And then after that, it was lovely. It was just lovely the entire game after that. After the first two offensive snaps, it was lovely. Don't care what anybody else says. 15 plays. Was it 15 or 16 plays the first series? 15 or 16 plays the second series. And then the third series, they went, 2 plays, 3 plays in a matter of a minute? And next thing I know, it was 21-3. I was like, what? I was like, this team? What? Yes. So, beautiful game, beautiful series, beautiful players. Just absolutely wonderful. Tua played that second series. I said, get him out. I called McDaniel on the phone. I said, hey, man, look, we're good. We don't need nothing. We don't need to see nothing else from him. Sit his ass on the bench. And that's what he did. He sat him on the bench. He took my advice. He sat him on the bench, and it was great. It was awesome. And then we got to see Pete's favorite player proceed to have a career day in the preseason. 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns for Skylar. He looked good, Pete. Pete, I don't know about you, but Skylar looked good. He was out here slanging the rock, boy. I'm just saying. He looked good. 157 yards, 3 touchdowns, 15 of 22. Savon Ahmed? Come on, man. Ahmed out here like he Ricky Williams. Okay, maybe I'm over-exaggerating. But he went out here, dropped 101, and then on the last snap got 2 yards taken away, so he only had 99. I was like, come on, man. What you doing? Ahmed, 99-yard game. Let's go. And then had a touchdown receiving off 4 receptions. Ahmed out here looking like our whole offense, son. He like, hold up. You thought she was going to cut me, not make me? Because I ain't going to lie. Ahmed wasn't about to make my 53 before Saturday. And then he said, hold up. Don't forget about me. I'm here. And I was like, whoa. Okay. Let's go. So, yeah, he looked good. He looked real good. Chris Brooks even looked good. Wasn't great, but it looked good. All right. So, I guess we're waiting on the true diagnosis of Devon Achane. I know Devon Achane got a little hurt. We'll see what happens. I think we're supposed to get some information this morning. At least I hope. Cross my fingers. We get some information about Achane this morning would be great. But I ain't worried about nothing. Robert Jones got hurt. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks with a torn UCL, I think it is. UCL, something like that. But yeah, so I mean, he'll be back in a month and a half, 2 months maybe. So, but you know, Isaiah Wynn solidified that guard position as far as I'm concerned. He definitely looked good. I like the way the whole offensive line for the most part played pretty damn good on Saturday. I don't know about how y'all felt about it, but I'm just saying. Yeah, Manalo, I agree. And there was no flag thrown on the play. Body slammed on his shoulder. No reason to have wrestling moves in the NFL. Yep. Horrible play. There was no flag. No flag. But it's whatever. Good day at the office, preseason or not. Tua overcame the early adversity. Prayers for Achane. Achane's going to be all right, I think. Skylar looked a lot more comfortable out there, even had a little swagger to him. He did have a swagger to him, flip side. I don't know what it was. You know what I think it was, flip side? He called up Pete, or Pete called Skylar and said, hey, man, look, I've been pushing you on all these platforms for months now, okay? I need you to come through. Okay, you're making me out here look bad. Okay, I need you to do this because I need to have something in my arsenal for the next 4 months, 5 months, that anytime Tua throws an interception or anytime somebody plays bad, I can say, you know what Skylar did in the preseason? He threw for 3 touchdowns and he looked amazing. He can do it in the regular season, I swear. Got to give that to Pete. Okay, Pete had the conversation with him. All right. I'm just saying. Pete says he's never made me look bad, Steven. That's debatable, Pete. That's debatable. He did ball out, though. He looked good. He looked good. I'm not going to lie. I was happy, man, with the entire look of the preseason. What did you just do? All right. As you know, level 2 noob is pretty good at this stuff. Well, I'm sure I'll get flagged for the music. Stephen D out here on Thursday.
I swiped my debit card. The cashier told me that it was declined. That made me cry. I swiped.
You're a trip, man. Whatever, noob. You're not going to get me down. No, sir. No, sirree, Bob. Not going to happen. I think that it was so funny because it was a night and day difference. Like, it wasn't even they looked a little bit better. It was such a night and day difference from the first preseason game to this preseason game. They scored 3 points in the first preseason game and looked atrocious. And in the second preseason game, they only gave up 3 points and looked amazing. And they still had 15 starters, that 15 people that didn't play in the second preseason game. Tua made that mistake in the first. And by the way, I've seen social media, kind of debate, was that his fault on the interception or not? It doesn't matter. He overcame the adversity. The entire team did. He went down the field the very next series and boom, bada bing, bada boom. Let's go. Okay. I think Fangio's defense, they're gonna be fun to watch this year. Now, I get it. It's Houston Texans. It's preseason. We're talking about a team that might win 8 games. I get it. Rookie quarterback. They look good, though. The defense, even on the 4th string, looked good. And I said last week on Therapy Monday, compared to our Victory Monday today, that a 4th string reflection is still a reflection of how your team is progressing. And last week they just didn't look good any which way around it. And this week, fire was lit under their butt. Something happened. Something changed. Something clicked. And they all look good. They were all clicking and firing on all cylinders. And even when somebody made a mistake, they came back and overcame that every time. Everybody was balling out. It was such a good look on Saturday, man. Braxton Berrios with a touchdown. That Skylar Thompson, I mean, come on. That touchdown, that was Braxton. Let's be real. Great catch. Understanding where the goal line is, going for it, great. Absolutely amazing. Eric Ezukama, 3 receptions, 24 yards. He didn't look bad either. He did not look bad. Jamal Perry saying, hey, look, I know y'all just signed me 10 days ago, less than 10 days ago, but I'm out here. I'm going to make the team. I'm still nervous about special teams. You still haven't convinced me on special teams yet. I'm just saying. Still have not convinced me on special teams yet. On special teams. But aside from that, they look good, man. Everything about that team looked good. Still question special teams. You know who I do not question? Noah Igbenogany. I don't even like saying his name. I feel like if I say his name 3 times, he's going to show up. I don't want that. He should not be on this roster, y'all. And if he is, I'm telling y'all right now, that man better not make this roster. I'm sure he's a good fella. I'm sure he's a great fella there, that guy Noah. Okay? I ain't talking about him as a fella. I'm talking about him as a player. And let me tell you, if that man makes the 53-man roster, I'm going to have some things to say. Okay? My man got beat a couple times. More than a couple times. Okay? I watched the game. Noah did not have a great game. And anybody that tries to tell me otherwise, y'all are just trying to pump up somebody that does not need any pump up. Okay. He doesn't. Okay. He doesn't. Doesn't at all. I'm just saying about Noah. You can try to make it out all you want to be. Justin Vanderberg, member for 8 months. What's up, Steven? I like it. He said that man was trash. That man was file 13 trash. Okay? He went into the shredder trash. He didn't even get balled up. That's how bad Noah looked. Hey, Stephen D, please cut Noah. Sincerely, every single fan. No, man, there were some Noah stands on social media. I was getting killed on social media for saying what I was saying about him. How you saying that about Noah? He looked good. Noah looked all right. You can't say he looked bad. Yes, I can. And I did. And I am. There's nothing about that man that looked good on Saturday night, except his uniform. And even that, he makes it look a little iffy. Okay? I'm just being real how I feel about him. I can admit I feel some type of way about Noah. Noah in 4 years has done one good thing, and that was an interception in a game that, you know what? Thank God you were there. Thank God we got that win. But you can't live off that for the rest of your career. You can't do it. Level 2 noob, it's sometimes your daily supplier of hope, you might run out. It's a DolFAN thing, okay? But I re-upped. I got the stock back up. Noah forgot to wear his orange sleeves. I know, man. Stuck out like a sore thumb wearing those orange sleeves on the first preseason game. Noah's going to collect millions to sit on the bench, Jets gang said. Hey, Jets gang, we don't need your 2 cents worth, but let me tell you, he's already collected millions sitting on the bench. Talking about he's going to collect millions. He has. Making me crazy, that guy. All right. That's how I feel about it today. That's how I feel about it. But it is Victory Monday. And on Victory Monday, we have you come on one at a time and you give me your thoughts and your feelings and everything that you feel about the team on the game on Saturday night. This is y'all's show. So I dropped the link early for you guys. Pinned it at the top of the chat. It's in there now. Get on. Tell me your thoughts. How do you feel about it? What should the Dolphins do at offense? By the way, so Robert Jones being out, if there's not a phone call placed to DJ Fluker or Dalton Risner or somebody of value on the O-line, Greer, my guy. Look, I know you told me not to worry about the O-line, but I'm still a little worried. But they look good on Saturday night. But depth is a real thing. And if Robert Jones is going to be out for, 2 months, maybe, you might want to consider signing another guy on the O-line. Might. Just saying. Aside from that, I think they looked amazing. Yep, I think they did. I think they looked good. Hello, Stephen. Happy day from France. France is in the building. I like it. What is up? Juju Simba? I hope I said your name right. Juju Simba. Welcome to the family. Appreciate it. Yeah, get up here, guys. This is y'all's show. I know this is a Dolphins show, but the Bills looked like trash on Saturday. They did. They sure did. Looks like Lester Cotton is a front runner at left guard. I mean, look, I think Isaiah Wynn won the job personally. But look, Cotton's going to be good depth on the team. Look, just looking at the line, Armstead should be good to go week 1, we hope, right? And Isaiah Wynn, I think, is left guard. Connor Williams and his bad snapping is center. Robert Hunt is right guard, and then Austin Jackson is probably right tackle. Robert Jones, when he comes back, will probably be a good backup. Dan Feeney looked okay. Kendall Lamb looked okay. Lester Cotton looked okay. Hell, even Ryan Hayes looked okay. I don't think Ryan Hayes will make the team, but he looked all right. Cedric Ogilvie, that's another one. Just saying. Stephen D, are you going to talk about Inter Miami this week won a championship in soccer, bro? All right, let's get something straight, okay? I just want to throw this out there, Canes, 1989, and everybody else. I am happy Inter Miami won the League's Cup. But let's get something straight. That is a tournament. That is not a league. It's called a League's Cup. It is a tournament they won. They won a tournament. They didn't win a championship. They won a tournament. I just want to throw that out there. I'm not hating. I'm happy. I'm excited. We're still talking about Inter Miami, but that we're still the last place team in the MLS, even after. Now, look, my man Messi showed up at the end and changed it all up. I got you. But they didn't win a championship. They won a tournament. I'm happy for them. But you can't tell me that that's a championship, okay? A championship is when you were in your season. Then that's a championship. In your league, that's championship. This was a tournament. Okay? Just saying. Just throwing it out there. I'm happy they won. I'm excited. They did win a trophy. Great. AAU teams win trophies. Miami deserves a championship, a real championship. And guess what? Inter Miami ain't going to give it to us this year because they ain't even make the playoffs. But you know who can give it to us this year? The Dolphins. The Dolphins can give us a real championship this year. I'm just saying they can. They can. Maybe the Marlins. Maybe. A lot would need to happen. I mean, that's asking for a lot. But the Dolphins can definitely win a championship for the city of Miami this year. That's a real championship. Okay? Just saying. I'm happy they won a trophy. I'm happy they won a tournament. But they didn't win a championship. And this talk about they won a championship, stop it. Just stop it. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami Fan Morning Show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Hit the like button. Over 100 of y'all in the building, only 35 likes. Hit the like button. Donate to the channel, help the channel grow, and most importantly, get up here. It is Victory Monday. I want to hear from you. What do you think about the team? What did you think about the victory? What are some things that you liked? Was there anything you didn't like? I want to hear from you. Let's go. This is a show made for the fans by the fans. Dolphins have a 32% chance of winning the Super Bowl. Well, let me tell you, J Miami Sports, that's 32% better than they've had in a long time. Okay, I'm being real with you. So keep it up, Dolphins. That number will get higher as the season progresses. Pete says Skylar's 3 touchdowns solidify him as QB #1. Pete better not say anything of the such, Chris. He bet not. Let's make things interesting. Let's go get spicy. Eric, what is up, Eric? What's good, Steven? Good morning. How are you, Eric? My man, Eric. I'm waiting for people to get up here. This is y'all's show. Y'all's show. Miles Jack retired from the NFL. Another person that retired suddenly in the NFL. Interesting. What did I think about the Dolphins? Offensive line. I thought they were really good. I mean, you get an A+ in my book, man. Get an A+ in my book. What's up, Steven? Ain't disagreeing with none of it, bro. I like it, DolFAN Don. Like it. If you got a question, put it in the chat. I'll answer your question. Everybody's like, I'll be on in 10 minutes. I'll be on in 20 minutes. I'll be on in 10 minutes. I need somebody on now. Let's go. Long and Bake. Yo, David Long looks so good. David Long is going to flourish in this defense. So let's talk a little bit about the defensive scheme. For me, David Long looked tremendous. There's a lot to like about it. I had a problem with the announce because I watched the NFL Network, so I didn't get a chance to see the Dolphins preseason thing. I saw the Texans preseason because that's what they played on NFL Network. But what's funny about it is when David Long made that tackle in the backfield, the guy said, "Oh man, they're out here blitzing in a preseason game. How dare they?" What's funny is if you go back and watch their previous defensive series, they blitzed twice in that series the same way. But David Long does it. It's a problem. I'm just saying, Texans sounded like a bunch of homers, their preseason people. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, David Long looked good. I thought he looked good. All right, let's bring on the first guest, Sosa. Good morning, Sosa. What's up?
Good morning, man. What's happening?
What's up with you, man? What did you think about the Dolphins game on Saturday, man?
To be honest, I really didn't watch it. I watched the highlights, and Skylar looked good.
Skylar's numbers did look good. Skylar looked good. So the
running
numbers
game
looked good, and he looked good. Yeah. Here's my thing about Skylar, Sosa. My biggest beef with Skylar is he hesitates. He hesitates.
Yeah, he does hold on.
If he were to just be a little bit more confident in his initial thought in letting the ball go, I think he could be a really solid quarterback, in the NFL. But he, to be fair, he's a 7th rounder. He's in his 2nd year. He just needs to be more decisive. And that's my biggest problem with Skylar. But when he is decisive and when he does hit it, I mean, there's no doubt he's he proves the stats show he's a much better player when he's more decisive.
Yeah, I see. He does hold on to the ball a lot for a long time, especially compared to Tua. Tua's trying to get that out. He has some, I don't know, like on bench warmers when they pull the potato out of the oven. But I was happy. I was happy with them how they stuck with the run, and I think it evened a lot of things out for them. From what I've seen, the funniest thing I thought of the preseason game was TD's reaction to the first play of the game.
Well, yeah, I saw that. That was floating around on social media. That was funny.
Tyson got him.
Yeah. I mean, look, here's the thing. There are some people that saying that was a bad throw by Tua. There's some people saying there was a bad route run. No matter what it was, it wasn't a good play, and it put us in a very vulnerable position. But
defense held up.
But to be fair, I mean, that was his first action really in 8 months. So I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and he looked good after that. So, which is even more the reason for me to give him benefit of the doubt. He looked great after that.
I really wasn't tripping. Like Jets gang, I don't see him in the chat today saying, "Oh, it was just preseason," because they got their butt handed to them. But
they did. They most definitely did. I don't know. Look, I'm just telling you, it's all preseason, and I understand that.
Yeah.
And there's pros and cons to the thing, but you can make asserted theories and assumptions, maybe not assumptions, but hypotheses of how this season's going to go based on different things, and one of the things for us is depth at O-line. We should be legit concerned about that, right? The other thing is special teams. We should be legit concerned about special teams. But aside from that, I mean, you got to understand there's going to be a learning curve for the defense with the new defensive coordinator and Vic Fangio, and that's going to play a role into it. And you also have to understand too that this merry-go-round of an offensive line, you want to take any pros or any wins that you can, small victories, right? This is Victory Monday.
Oh yeah,
I think they look good on Saturday night. I think that they showed, hey, look, and granted, it was second stringers against second stringers. It was third stringers against third stringers. It was fourth string against fourth stringers. But the reality of the situation is all you want is your same line to match up well against their line. And that's what happened on Saturday night. That's not what happened the previous preseason game. And that's what made me feel a little, on Therapy Monday last week where I'm like, just have some flair, man. Just have some energy, whatever. And they didn't have that, but they did on Saturday, and they showed up totally differently. And for me, that shows a lot. That shows a lot.
Yeah. I was happy to see the score whenever I logged back on and checked it out. Yeah, I had a lot of stuff going on this weekend, so I didn't get to watch it. That's what sucks.
Go back and rewatch the game if you can, man. Go buy your NFL pass, and I think you can rewatch the game. And it's worth watching. It was a fun game to watch. Any other thing before I let you go, Sosa?
Nah, just Pete's take stuck, and his little cheerleader needs to learn when he's wrong.
Hey, man, look, don't tell Pete nothing. His guy scored 3 touchdowns this week, and he going to come out here firing on all cylinders. It ain't even going to be funny.
He's funny to me, but whenever Cap starts backing him up, I'm like, man, it sounds like Pete's alter ego. Like Pete's like a little angel on his right shoulder telling him, keep on. Go ahead, Pete. Keep on egging him on. All right, Sosa, I appreciate it, brother. Be good, man. All right, man. Have a good week.
You too. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Just going to read a couple of chats before I go on to the next person. Bip-Bop says, Steven, what's your take between undrafted free agent Christopher Brooks versus Myles Gaskins for the final spot? I think we're going to get a lot of that answer in the final preseason game. I think they both should play a lot. I have to be honest, I like Christopher Brooks. I think he brings, something really, really good. He's cheaper than Myles Gaskins. I like Myles, don't get it twisted, but, Ahmed, after his performance in preseason game 2, he's got to make the team, in my opinion. And, just looking, at the rest of the running back room, as far as that last spot is concerned, I think we'll find out in the third preseason game. So I'm not ready to give you an answer yet. I have to tell you, the upside is a hell of a lot higher for Brooks than it is Gaskins. And does that put him over the edge? I think it might. When it comes to McDaniel. So that'll be interesting here. Rick Spar says Connor Williams did some excellent run blocking, though he did. Nobody's questioning Connor Williams blocking. Connor Williams blocking is some of the best in the entire league. What we question is his snapping abilities, okay? And that was evident in the second snap. And that's my beef with Connor. He is not a natural center. He is a natural blocker. But his snapping, I hold my breath every time. Every time he snaps the ball. Because I just don't know what it's going to be. That's my feel of it. Our quarterback's footwork are concerned. Tua's interception was terrible footwork. Ritter, I can't say that it is, because after that play, Tua looked great and Skylar looked great the entire night. So there was nothing for me to say to be like, is the footwork of concern? I don't think that it is. I think that the footwork is fine. Tua's footwork is going to be fine. Now, ask me that question after a couple of weeks of the regular season. I hope I don't have a different answer for you, but maybe I will. But I don't think that I will, Let's see here. Daniel Taylor's post-game observations. Chris Brooks, Brandon Peely deserve to make the roster. Vic Fangio is cooking. Run blocking looks much improved. Kendall Lamb was very impressive, and David Long is a huge addition. Facts. I don't disagree with anything you said there, Daniel. I think you're 100% on point. And yeah, I think you're spot on with that take. I think it's really, really good. And last thing before I bring on the next person, what do you think about our special teams on defense? I think there's look, our special teams, the bad guy is nothing to write home about. And it's a problem. It's a straight problem. Their special teams need to get it together. I'm going to tell you right now, if it doesn't get better, I could see Danny Crossman getting fired in the middle of the season. And I hope that it doesn't come down to that. I hope that they get their stuff together. But I'm going to tell you right now, there were things, if you're asking me to find bumps in the road on Saturday night, special teams is it, man. I think they had one good return, maybe two good returns, and they gave up a buttload of yards anytime anybody returned it. So I'm not impressed with their special teams. I don't have faith in Danny Crossman. McDaniel needs to give me a reason why he was retained, because at the moment I have none. And I don't want to question McDaniel because I like the guy and I think he's great, but your special teams is not. It's not. So that's just how I feel about it. All right, let me bring on the next caller. My man Samaj is up in the building. Look like he cooking. I don't know what he cooking, but he cooking. What's up, Samaj?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? Oh, man, are you what you drinking this early in the morning, Samaj?
Bloody Mary.
A Bloody Mary. Whoa, okay. I ain't mad at you.
Hey, mine is the bloody and mine is the Mary.
Minus the Mary. Said Bloody Mary minus the Mary. All right, Samaj. Tell me, man, what'd you think about the game on Saturday?
I mean, preseason, like everybody's saying, but the most important thing that I got out of the game was when the kid, his first play, man, was an interception. I felt bad for him, but that happens even to some of the greats. And but the way he responded was, man, he's ready. He's ready, bro.
100%. Are you mixing your drink? Are you mixing your drink there, Samaj?
Yeah, shaking, not stirred.
Oh my goodness. We can't see you, Samaj. We can't see you. You got back up. There you go. I ain't mad at you. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I don't know where, but it's 5 o'clock there.
Listen, man, my tires are messed up, man. I had to, take my son back to school, move him into his apartment. Bro, this kid got an apartment on the 3rd floor, bro. I'm 6'4", 300. Both of my knees need to be replaced. All metal. Dude, that was the hardest shit I've done
in years.
In 10 years.
Man.
I wanted to quit. But then I'm happy. So if I'm out, like, you can't quit. So I had to keep pushing through it.
Hey, mute the TV because I'm getting the TV in your background. All right, so let me go back to the game a little bit, Samaj. Yeah. Give me a low spot and a bright spot. Give me a low and a high from Saturday night.
The low spot.
You got your thumb on the. I can't see your face, man. There you go.
Normally I'm on my laptop. But listen, man. This is the low spot for me. I was hoping, man, that Agba would look better.
I don't think he looked bad.
No. Look, this is what I'm saying. He's not an outside linebacker, man. And I know Fangio, maybe he can make him a hybrid, man. But if you could just let Agba with Phillips and it's great with the dude that paid $100 million. I can't even think of his name right. Bradley. You know what I'm saying? And get Christian right, man. Dude, that D-line could be so much better. So much. I mean, it'd be crazy.
I still think it can be. I still think it can be.
No. We're good. Oh, bro, David Long. Oh, somebody needs to pay his mortgage for a month. He was bringing that off.
You know what I mean? David Long with the contract he got, he could pay some of our mortgages. I'm just saying, but
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just a phrase. I mean, no, you know, you need to pay mine too. Matter of fact, I need a new car. But listen, man, that was a low point for me. I just wanted to see him used better in different situations. But I'm pretty sure they'll get there. They just don't want to show everything. But man, Arbach, man, listen, man, he could be that diamond in the rough, man. Because a lot of people forget about him. But the kid is talented, man. He's awesome.
I like
And
Agba a lot, and I think that what I saw from Saturday night for me, especially with the backups, is that, man, if the backups were doing this, imagine what the starters are going to do, and imagine what type of year Agba could. Here's the thing: people are going to have to play for snaps in the defense, right? Like, there's only so many people that can be on the field at any one time, and so
well,
Agba's going to have to fight for snaps. He is, and when he's in, he's got to make the most of it.
true, but at the same time, scheme matters. Anyway, like, look, man, these dudes, say you'll get what, $4.5 million a year? He know better than me. I just wanted to see more from him because I know he's hungry, bro. With all this change that came through, he out for the, you know what I'm saying, for almost the whole season. I just expect him to come back with a hunger, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Boy, I'm telling you right now, if the Dolphins, right, um, if the Dolphins are playing well, heading towards
okay,
the final 2 months of the season, obviously Jalen Ramsey will come back, and it's going to be like getting a Christmas. Like, it's going to be such a greatly added like, we have no idea what he's going to do to this defense and make it even better than what it probably will already be. Cater Kahoo is going to have, I think, a monster year personally.
I love that kid.
I love that kid too. I'm excited to see what Trail Williams does. I mean, there's just a lot to like. And I think Agba will be okay. The issue is going to be, where does he fit in with this team, and where is he going to get his snaps from? Here's the other thing too, right? Like, what I have noticed from around the league is a lot of people are retiring and injuries are happening, and I'm like, Dolphins have some depth at a couple positions that they might be able to make a case to trade a couple of these guys to get us maybe something we need, or more salary cap room, whatever the case may be. That might be able to be the case. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm going to tell you right now, August 29th, I think, is when rosters have to be cut down to 53, which is, by the way, kind of weird, right? There's no gradual cut down like in years past. So we go from 9. Here's the thing I need people to realize. In years past, it goes from 90 people to 80 people to 75 people to 65. This year, it goes from 90 to 53. So the thing about the gradual cut down is all these teams in their scouting departments have a couple of days, or a day, a minimum a day, to be able to, like, really get in by a couple of players who are cut here and there. Now we're going to have what's the math on this, right? So 90 minus 53 is 37 times 30. We're going to have over 1,000 players hitting the free agent market all at one time. Over 1,100 players. Over 1,100 players are going to be in the they're going to get dropped. And so now all of a sudden, all these teams at one time are going to have to be, all right, I'm going to tell you right now, the scouting department has got to be on point for when these roster cuts are made on the 29th. Because 1,100 players cut at one time is going to be insane.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane. So, I don't know. All right, Samaj, anything else before I let you go, buddy?
No, bro. Look here, man. I just want to say this, man. Hey, I'm so excited, man. I can't wait. I got big hopes for the Dolphins, man. Big hopes. Other than that, have a great show, Stevie D, man.
Love you, Samaj. You're the man, brother. Drink one for me, man.
You already know.
Hi, Samaj. Be good, buddy. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It is Victory Monday, and what does that mean for you? Well, that means, hey, look, we're here for you guys, the fans. Recap and fan reaction. A couple things, I want to get into, but the link is pinned to the top of the chat. I also dropped the link a couple of times in the chat, so go there. And click the link. Let me know what your thoughts are about the game on Saturday, where you see the team currently, what you think about Skylar, what you think about Ahmed, what you think about the defense, Fangio. I want to know all this from you. This is a show made for the fans by a fan. So this is y'all's show. Get up here. I want to hear from you. All right. Let's see here. Hashtag tell Stephen D. I forgot to tell you, we're going to be okay, man. I played the new Madden and we got that juice. They need to fix Jalen's waddle, though. Yeah, I saw that, Gabriel. Gabriel, that his waddle was like this, or so. It was bad. It was a bad waddle, and then apparently the letter I is not in on the players' jerseys. There, anybody that has a letter I in their name, it's not there. So I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see what else. We got a good squad this year. Hopefully we make some noise. My cousin Kenny says 1,600 players. If maybe I did that math. Maybe I did that new math, my cousin Kenny. But either way, 1,100 or 1,600, that's going to be a buttload of players dropping into the free agent pool all at one time. I mean, it's going to be insane. And here's the thing. You got to worry about where you're at on the pecking order of the waiver wire. So there's just so, I don't know how the NFL, I think it's stupid that the NFL is doing it like this, to be perfectly honest with you. I think that they should cut gradually. I mean, hell, going from 75 to 53, I think, is better than going from 90 to 53. To me, that just makes so much more sense. Personally, I think it should be 65 to 53. And they make the last preseason game people that, you get a lot more people getting reps that are going to start. Here's the thing with 90 players. You know who's going to play this third preseason game? Bubble guys and fourth string guys that are not going to be on this squad, that are playing to make the squad somewhere else. That's real. 90% of the players we see on the final preseason game are going to be guys that are playing for a spot on another team. Not with us. Just saying. All right, next person I got up is my man, DolFAN Don. What's up, DolFAN Don? What's up, buddy?
What's good, Steven? Hey, everybody. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been up here, man.
I know, man. I miss you, man.
Oh, bro. I've just been working a lot, man. You know how it is. Trying to make them.
Don't I? I get it.
Yeah, man.
Actually, I've been going crazy with this move to Mississippi.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's official. I will be moving the weekend of September 15th, I think. So I will do a show that Wednesday.
Right.
And then there won't be a show Thursday and Friday. And there probably won't be a show Monday, or there might be a show Monday. It depends on how quickly I can get somewhat of a half studio put up in the new house.
It's one of the most stressful things you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
It is. It's going to be crazy. So, but we'll see.
Well, no, I was just going to warn you. It's one of the most stressful things you can do. Pace yourself, because that is you're uprooting everything and starting over fresh.
I know.
So,
and we started packing this week, and it's weird putting stuff in a box. It's absolutely insane, and you're like, holy cow. But yeah, so it's insane. I got a good deal with a truck though. I'm driving. I'm doing the move myself. Driving
good.
The 18 hours. 18 hours from, I don't think it's 18. It's like 16, because I got to go pick up my dad in North Carolina, and he's going to help me. So yeah. So I could drive from here all the way down to Pearl, Mississippi. So
It ain't no joke, but the food
Dude,
will be good.
I'm stressed already. I'm
Oh,
stressed.
yeah.
Already. All right, man. Tell me what you thought about the game on Saturday night.
Bro, I loved everything except, well, a few things.
Okay, I loved everything except a few things.
Except for a few things.
Tell me what those few things are. You didn't
Okay.
love everything then. You loved mostly everything.
I loved a lot of
few
things. Yeah, I loved a lot of things. Okay, well, let's talk about the things I didn't like. Connor Williams hiking the ball up over the quarterback's head.
It's such a problem. It's a liability for this team. I do not, and the fact that they don't see it as that is frustrating to me. Is frustrating.
It is.
It's funny. There's some of the fan base that says, "Hey, look, the Dolphins. I mean, they don't have a good center," and everybody's like, "Well, he's the 4th-rated best center in the league." His blocking is not what makes you a good center. Part of what makes you a good center is snapping the ball. That is part of it.
Yeah, the ability to get the ball to the quarterback.
PFF does not take that into account in their grading system, but they should. And
That's part of the job.
And I guarantee you, 2 to 3 plays a game, there will be bad snaps by Connor Williams. Every 2, you'll get 2 plays a game, but those 2 plays can make the difference between a win and a loss.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
100%.
when you lose 25 yards on a bad snap, well,
Yep.
Come on now.
Or turn the ball over for that matter. Or Tua gets killed because he has to jump on the ball. And now all of a sudden he's got guys jumping on him to try to get the ball.
Right. He's a target.
Connor Williams at center is a liability. You can't tell me otherwise. I love the guy. I think he should be the starting guard, but he's not a true center. And in my opinion, where the Dolphins missed the boat this year is going to get a natural center. And there was plenty of them in the draft, in my opinion. But that's, neither here or there. We're here. This is the boat this is the bed that they have made. But understand when I tell you, don't come crying to Stephen D, Mr. Hopium himself. And I am about the Hopium. Don't come crying to me if Connor Williams loses us a game on a bad snap. Just telling you.
It's highly likely. I think they feel like it's a bad habit.
I don't want to say it's highly likely. I'm just saying that it can happen. It's a plausibility.
We've had 2 games. He's had high snaps in both games.
Yep.
So
we're going to play 17 regular season games, Dawn, and I guarantee you at minimum 1 snap a game is going to be high. If not 2.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be just a regular. It's going to be like, what the hell who were you snapping to? High.
Right. I mean, it's going to get to the point where it was like tell Tua or Skylar, hey, okay, whenever you're getting ready for the ball, just jump.
Yep. Exactly.
Before you say hut, jump.
Just jump to her. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
What else on Saturday night?
Okay. Now, nobody's talked about this, but we've got Vic Fangio. But I didn't see us. I saw some pass rush, but I didn't see the spark. I didn't see the oh my God, these guys are vicious. They're always in the backfield. Like I kind of expect it to be a little bit.
Okay. Can I ease your mind a little bit on that?
Yeah, please do.
So remember last year, and I know I've said this before on the show, but if you haven't heard it or you need to hear it again, just listen. Last year in the preseason, we ran very vanilla-based offenses. Mike McDaniel didn't want to show anything on tape. He didn't.
Right. And
we know that last year Skylar had a great preseason and Eric Ezukama had a great preseason. And when we got into the regular season and they started really getting into the playbook, they both struggled with them for the most part. Okay?
Okay.
At least Eric Ezukama did. And you can make the argument for Skylar that he did as well. Okay?
Yeah.
But
sure
to be fair, it was Skylar's rookie year. He's a 7th-round rookie quarterback. There's just going to be a learning curve in general with him.
Yeah.
Now, with all that being said, they didn't want to put anything on tape so that when they came week 1, that team was going to be, which I think was the Patriots last year, if I'm correct. They were going to be surprised because they had to game plan for anything and everything. and they did not know how it was going to be executed or ran. I think the same thing with Fangio. Fangio does not want to show his hand. He doesn't want to put anything on film. He just needs to know, can this person open field tackle? Can they block? Or can they get around a block? Can they blitz? How well do they stay in their position when somebody gets beat? He's running vanilla based defenses, and he's showing some blitzes here and there. You're not going to see that craziness defense that I truly believe that we're going to see when the regular season starts, Don. So just because you don't see it yet, don't get scared. Give him the benefit of the doubt of he's still trying to understand the player and personnel that he has on defense, because he doesn't know that yet, right? And he needs to know what these guys' natural ability is before he puts them in their prospective positions of the defense that he is designing for this team. If this guy's naturally good at covering the pass, but not good at open field tackling, where do I need to put him? If this guy's good at open field tackling, but he gets beat anytime somebody runs a route, where do I put him? You know what I'm saying? So Fangio is learning all of this, and he's understanding the personnel that he has. So let me put your mind at ease and say he doesn't want to show any real stuff on tape. I would disagree with you to a certain extent. I did see a spark on Saturday. They only allowed 3 points, and they looked good doing it. That David Long tackle in the backfield, to me, he's a starter. You know what it was? It was a blitz. It was like, holy cow, if we do this in the regular season, let's go, like all day. Yeah. So let me put your mind at ease. I think that Fangio doesn't want to show his hand. He doesn't want to tip his cards, and he's playing it cool, which is what McDaniel did last year in the preseason.
Right. Well, it was a small niggle, and I want to thank you for the advanced hopium you gave me there.
Hey, man, and that's free of charge, Dolphin Don. I'll give that one to you for free.
Appreciate it, man. Well, and the other thing is, the truthful thing is I mean, I can tell the vast difference between the Fangio defense and the Boyer defense there, just from what I see now. I mean, just for the attitude of the players, and the overall organization of the defense. So yeah, that part's good. There's another thing. I mean, I could tell you about the positives. Salvon Ahmed, he made the team, in my opinion.
He nailed his name to the 53-man roster. 100% agree with you.
Yeah, and Ezukama, I mean, I see him as Ayuk. Him and Berrios, that's lethal. Those two with Tyreek and Waddle. Oh my goodness.
Well, let me tell you, Dolphin Don, my problem with Eric Ezukama is we saw him great in last preseason. So I know he's got the natural ability. I know he's naturally talented, athletic, and he's gifted. But I need to see it in the regular season for me to believe that he's going to contribute to this football team in a healthy and positive way, in a good way. So I love him. I think he should make the 53-man roster, but I need him to also make an immediate impact when he does get opportunities. Even if there's only 1 to 3 of them or 4 of them a game to his way, he needs to make sure he's catching, he's getting them, and he's taking the most of the limited opportunities he's going to get, because the reality of the situation is, Don, Robbie Chosen's going to get, looks. Alec Ingold's going to get looks. A lot of the running backs from the backfield are going to get looks in passes. And I haven't even mentioned Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, who are going to get a majority of the catches anyway. So I like Eric Ezukama. Just show me in the regular season that you can do it, and let me believe you.
Hey, I can't push back on that at all, man. But I do want to throw some kind of food for thought. I come up here with some crazy ideas sometimes. I got another one.
But I like it.
Thanks, man. I think you'll like this one.
On the back too, guys. Stay on. I'm going to bring you guys on. Go ahead, Dolphin Don.
Okay, I'll make it quick, brother. What about if your team makes it to the Super Bowl, that team has the option to wear throwback uniforms. Let that sink in.
No, dude, could you imagine this year the Dolphins and the Eagles make the Super Bowl?
Right.
And they wear their Kelly green throwbacks, and we get to wear our white throwbacks. That would be, first of all, they should do
Fire.
it on Sunday night this year. They've already said that they're wearing their Kelly Greens. We should wear our throwbacks that night there.
Yep.
That Sunday night football game on October 22nd, my wife and I's wedding anniversary, where I will not be with my wife. I will be in Philadelphia celebrating my anniversary at the Miami Dolphins game. Okay.
You got two marriages.
Understand where my priorities are. At least my wife does. All right. I love you, honey. The Dolphins play on Sunday night in Philadelphia. And at the time I was living here, but now I got to fly in. But so I agree with you. I'm not mad at that. That's a good
one. Let's speak it into existence, man. All right, man.
I'm with you.
Thanks, brother.
Dolphin Don, I love you, brother. Good
love
to hear
back,
from
man.
you. Thank you for coming on Victory Monday, man.
Yep. Peace out, y'all.
All right, Dolphin Don. Guys, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It is Victory Monday. Over 130 of y'all in the chat. Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button. Only 54 likes. And share the link. Let people know that we're alive, that we're here. We can't grow without your help. If you guys want to donate to the channel to help the channel grow, it's greatly appreciated. It helps. It allows me to do this on a regular basis. So please donate if you're able to. It helps. All right, let me bring on the next guest for Victory Monday here. Next DolFAN, Bryson. What's up, Bryson?
What's up, Steven? How's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I think I know you guys been bringing it up, but I wanted to kind of bring it back up. I think the most interesting room for me this preseason is running back, and I really, really like what Brooks has been doing. I think Savon Ahmed, I think in the past, every time he gets on the field, he does what he's asked. And in the preseason, I think he's just been playing really great. He has that versatility where he can catch the ball as well. But this kid Brooks, and I think he's going to make the roster, by the way. But this guy Brooks, that big body running back, I think there's something special in him. We don't really have that big body back. I mean, Jeff Wilson's kind of, inside the tackles, but I'm interested to see what happens with that because, we have all these fast, speedy guys. Raheem Mostert's a lock to make it. Devon A-Chain's a lock to make it. And I'm curious with Jeff Wilson's injury. He's injured, correct?
He's banged up, yeah.
Okay. So I'm curious to see, do they put him on the PUP list and sit him for a few weeks, put him on IR? What's that like? Is that 4 weeks or 8 weeks that they sit out if they're?
I forget. They change it every year.
But either way, I'm curious to see what they do with him. I think obviously if they're going to drop anyone, it'll probably be Brooks just because he's young. They didn't really put much capital in him. But yeah, I think that's interesting. I don't know if they'll bring Gaskins back.
Look,
I think he did solid. I just think we've seen enough of him, and I just think Savon Ahmed's younger, and he's shown more this offseason, I think.
So here's my opinion about the running back room, Bryson. Number one, Raheem is obviously clearly the best running back in the room, right? And but the people that are behind him, and again, it's going to be a running back by committee. It's not like Raheem's going to get a bulk of the carries because he's injury prone, and we need to keep him fresh and healthy. That's what makes him effective, right? So you're going to see a multitude of running backs used this year in this scheme, and that doesn't even include Alec Ingold coming out of the backfield and getting some carries and getting some catches out of the backfield as well. So I look around the running back room and I say to myself, Raheem's definitely there. Jeff Wilson obviously is there. And depending on how banged up he is, will he start the year on the PUP list? I'm not sure, but I think he's going to be fine. I haven't heard anything otherwise, to be honest with you, Bryson. So I think he'll be there.
Yeah.
And then looking around the room, Devon A-Chain, which I want to see what A-Chain's diagnosis is. We're still waiting on that. The A-Chain is the one where we're like, all right, what's going on with A-Chain? So I don't know what the deal is with A-Chain right now. And I think we're kind of all kind of crossing our fingers that it's good or that it's okay. And it's not that it's not bad, but we're going to have to wait and see on what the deal is with A-Chain. Let's put A-Chain on the back burner for 1 second. Ahmed has clearly done enough to make the team.
Yes.
Okay. And in my opinion, he cemented that this past Saturday. And Christopher Brooks and Myles Gaskin. Now, Gaskin had a good game in the first preseason game, right? Like, there was things to really like about Gaskin. You say, he's like, hold up, don't wave the white flag yet. I'm here. In my opinion, Myles Gaskin and Chris Brooks need to play a majority of the snaps in the
next game. I agree. I totally agree.
What's sad about that is they both probably are deserving to make the team. And they might both make it if A-Chain is out for an extended period of time. But if he's not, and he's there week 1 and he's ready to go, which I hope that he is, then you got to look at who's probably going to be the odd man out there. Now, I'm going to do you one better. Let's say, God forbid, knock on wood, that A-Chain is out for an extended period of time. I think the Dolphins could be making some phone calls. Maybe the Indianapolis.
Yeah, I mean, there's some guys out there for sure.
Maybe the Indianapolis. And I know people think I'm crazy to think that. But the only reason why Dalvin Cook did not get a bigger contract from us is because we were perfectly satisfied with A-Chain and liked his upside. But if A-Chain is hurt for any extended period of time, I think the Dolphins should consider giving a call for what it would take to get Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting situation. I would give a little pushback just because, Taylor's trying to break the market. He's trying to get 16 mil. And with the current people moving forward that we got to pay, we're still talking to Christian Wilkins, Jalen Phillips, Javon Holland, Waddle. They're all coming up. I just see a hard time them being able to get that done, plus giving draft capital. I do think Brooks has
Bryson, I don't know if you'd have to give up draft capital per se. There's enough talent here that we would sacrifice somewhere, right? Does that mean, Jeff Wilson or Raheem or maybe, or Emmanuel Agba? And I hate to say this, but there's enough people out there talking about it. I don't think it'll happen. Just want to throw that out there.
No, for sure. And my opinion is
what I'm about to say, think that this is going to happen. But I have to be honest and say I need to at least think about the opportunity of them trading away Christian Wilkins. It could happen.
It could happen for sure, especially if he's asking 22 plus mil. I just don't think they want to pay him that. And I think that's why we don't know, right? Nobody knows what he's asking. But I think that's why it's been so delayed, is because he wants that top dollar money and he just doesn't show the sacks to get that top dollar money. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think Brooks has a chance. He's definitely going to be on the practice squad if he passes waivers. Gaskin is going to get picked up if he gets cut, just at least as a RB3, RB4
Bryson,
somewhere.
I go back to what I said a little bit ago. We got over 1,100 guys that are going to be cut all at the same
that's crazy.
Time.
And that's one point I wanted to bring up.
Positive to be able to see a guy like Chris Brooks who might fall through the cracks.
Yeah, I just think that's a big point that I want to bring up, that I wasn't too upset that Dalvin Cook didn't come here, is because we got a lot of holes with depth on this team. And like you said, there's so many players that are going to hit the market. Every year there's like a shocking player that hits the market after cuts that you're like, why did they cut him? And I think Greer really needs to get on that with that 16 mil or whatever we got left, and pick up some players, because interior linebackers a worry for me. The O-line's a worry for me.
Don't be nervous about the linebacker. Dude, I'm telling you, on defensive side, in my opinion, Bryson, let Fangio do his work.
Yeah, man. Hey, and I'm big on bringing in Fangio, and when Ramsey went down, it sucks. It's unfortunate.
Wasn't the end of the world.
Good coaches do.
Wasn't the end of the world.
No matter what, good coaches are able to fill that slot. Now we're not going to have Ramsey, right? You can't. Cater Kohu isn't Ramsey, but he played really solid last year. But yeah, I'm a little worried. I don't want to see any of the starting O-line next week. I want them all rested. I really want to see that too. I think I want to see also Mike White play some too, because
Mike White's going to get a lot of snaps. Mike White will get a lot of snaps.
I don't know why he didn't play it really any this last game. I know he played like a couple plays because Skylar was out right under the
concussion
protocol,
protocol, which, by the
yeah.
way, just want to throw it out there. Such a BS move because he never even hit his head.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, why he was in concussion protocol is beyond me. It's because it's the Dolphins, and that's just going to happen.
Yeah, but I will say I am excited. I think this is a really solid roster. I am really excited for this season. I think, the East, it's open. I mean, it's anybody's game this year. I don't think the Bills are what they think they are. I think their windows is closed. And I think the Jets and Dolphins are going to battle it out. I don't think the Jets will be as good as the media is saying. But, I mean, it's a star-studded division. And it's going to be fun. And our schedules, we're playing the NFC East. We play the AFC. Like, we're playing some really solid teams. And I like that because if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Bryson, second hardest schedule.
Yeah.
So.
And I like that. I mean, if you want to show us who we are, you got to play it. You got to play the best. And
You're right.
I'm excited. I think it'll be a good season. Another thing, too, I really want to see Eric Ezukama this year. I don't know what it is with our rookies just seem like they never get playing time their rookie year. And that might be because they just aren't playing well enough in practice.
Well, Eric Ezukama clearly has said he did not understand the playbook, and that's why he didn't get a lot.
I like that he's this big body. We don't have he's kind of, Chosen and Waddle and, Tyreek Hill. Those Tyreek Hill and Waddle, no one's like them, but they're all very similar, high speed movement receivers. We don't really have a big body receiver. I really like to see that, especially with our thin tight end room. I really want to see what Eric Ezukama could do this year.
It's going to be good. All right, Bryson, thank you for coming on, brother.
Yeah, thanks, Steven. You have a good one, man.
You too, man. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Only 61 likes. Hit the like button, guys. Come on, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Hit the like button. Got one person in the back. I'm going to bring them on here in a minute. If you want to get on, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Let me read some chats here before I go further. Batman says Gaskins does not deserve to be on this roster, on this team. Please just stop. Look, I would have agreed with that 2 weeks ago. And I think I probably am leaning towards that even now. But if Gaskins goes off the way Ahmed went off this past week, you have to say, oh, snap. Do we get rid of him? Do we? Because he's a totally different prototype type running back than what we currently have. And what's the deal with A-Chain? We need to know what the deal is with A-Chain. 100%. As far as the nonsense of Jonathan Taylor, I get it. I clearly said at my statement, I don't want this to happen, nor do I think it will happen. But the Dolphins have always surprised me in some way, shape, or form, good, bad, or indifferent. And I believe if A-Chain is out for an extended period of time, will exhaust all options. Now, will they do it? I don't know. Do they need to trade Wilkins? No, I think he is the heart and soul of this team. I would agree with that statement. But if the Dolphins go out and get Jonathan Taylor for Christian Wilkins, am I going to be upset about it? I think I'll feel indifferent. I'm going to feel bittersweet. Because I think Wilkins is going to be one of the best players at his position in the NFL for the next 5 years, 7 years, maybe even 10. And Jonathan Taylor, just like any running back, has a short shelf life, right? So I don't think that it would be a straight up trade, to be fair. And I think that we would have to get some money. We'd have to get some help with the contract of Jonathan off the book. But I mean, I just want to throw it out there. I think that it could happen because there's no way that Cedric Wilson and Emmanuel Ogbah are going to be enough to trade for Jonathan Taylor. It's just not. Would I love for that to happen? Yes, 100%. If the Dolphins can trade Cedric Wilson and Emmanuel Ogbah for Jonathan Taylor, sign me up. I am there for it. Please let that happen. But I just don't think Indy's going to go for that. I just don't. Now, if you can find a way to get Cedric Wilson, Emmanuel Ogbah, and maybe a second round, maybe a third round pick, and go get Jonathan Taylor, that might be plausible. That could happen. Would I be mad at that? No. You get about $10 million off the books, figure out a way for them to still take some of his money or his contract this year. Let's go. I'm about that life. Especially if they're willing to eat most of his contract for this year, which Indy should be willing to do that. If we were to give him a second round pick, Emmanuel Ogbah and Cedric Wilson, and they eat most of his contract, I'm taking that trade all day long for Jonathan Taylor. I'm not even thinking twice about it. But the odds of that happening are slim to none, and I don't believe that it will ever happen. But it all is dependent upon how hurt is Devon Achane. If Achane's not that hurt, then this conversation is irrelevant and it doesn't even matter because it'll never happen to begin with. If Achane is hurt for an extended period of time, I think the Dolphins will consider what would it take to bring in Jonathan Taylor. They will at least have that conversation. Just saying. Steven, get on the phone. You can negotiate this trade with the coach yourself. Hey, I'm not mad at it. Ask Stephen D, would you go Cedric and Emmanuel for Achane and Achane for Taylor? No way. I'm not giving up Achane. Achane, as long as he stays healthy, that kid's got a major upside. No, that'd be a bad trade. That'd be a bad trade. It'd be a bad trade. And the only way I'm really getting Jonathan Taylor is if the Colts eat some of his contract. And some people are saying there's no way Ballard will do that. I'm not saying he will or he won't. I'm just saying, yeah, that's what I believe. The Dolphins fans always have some miracle they're hoping for. Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4 Fs. Yes, we are always asking for some sort of miracle. Daniel Taylor says Achane will be fine. Stephen D, Achane is a dog. Yeah, I would agree with that. If I hear another person say we should trade Wilkins or Waddle, I'm going to lose my crap with the ignorance of this fan base. I don't think in any way, shape, or form we should trade either one of them. But if there's going to be talk about trading somebody, it's going to be Wilkins over anybody. If there is. If there is. I wouldn't do Wilkins for Taylor either. If Achane is hurt, they will consider Jonathan Taylor. I don't think it'll happen, but they'll have a conversation with Indy. Best believe that. If Achane's not hurt, I don't think you will. I don't think you'll see it. Kareem is free. Why give away picks? Because Jonathan Taylor is a lot better than Kareem Hunt. There's a reason that Kareem Hunt is, multiple reasons, but I don't think he's Jonathan Taylor. That's my pick. Why is everybody still tripping about running back? We got a monster with Wilson. With Mostert, Wilson, and Ahmed. Manny, I think that I like Mostert, Wilson, and Ahmed, but if I'm asking them to be, there's way too many things that can go wrong with that. I would want to see Leonard Fournette in that case. Give me Leonard Fournette. I still want Leonard Fournette, even if Achane is good, to be perfectly honest. If the Dolphins could find a way to free up some more cap room, however it is, I would want them to go get Leonard Fournette on top of what they already have. Batman thinks a third and Wilson will get Taylor. Maybe bump the brakes on calling anyone else. Level 2 noob, don't do that. Don't do that. I didn't even read I just saw that he did that. Camp front, I would consider swapping Christian for JT. That would allow you to cut some of the backs and also replacing Christian with somebody like Hakeem Hicks, and you have some salary flexibility. Let's see what the deal is with Achane before we start having this conversation, guys. If Achane is out for an extended period of time, I can entertain these conversations. But until we know what's going to happen with Achane, no point in talking about it, to be fair. All right, let me bring on the next guest, my man, Alexander. Good morning, Alex. What's up, man?
David, how you doing, man? How's
Pretty
the
good, man.
family doing? Everybody good?
Stressed, man. This moving thing is stressful.
Are you doing a local move or is it long distance?
I'm going from Maryland to Mississippi, man.
All right. I'm gonna.
No, I saw your thing. I got it all.
Yeah.
I got it all taken care of. I got it all taken.
Oh, okay. Okay, no problem. If anything, if that falls through, just let me know. I got you, somebody. But listen, great performance on Saturday. What we saw from them. I like how the game started out with a negative. I like how Tua got the interception out early. Even though it was bad, but you know what? Hey, it's early. So not really tripping too much about that because he hasn't seen the field since December, so he's going to be a little rusty. But hey, that man bounced back, bro. He bounced back and led a nice drive on the next series. But and Skylar looked good. And hey, Pete, let's stop. Let's hold off on the Skylar train yet. He's not better than Tua. All right, let's just point it out that way, okay? Defense looked really good too. And Ahmed, man, every time, the thing is with Ahmed, he is such a interesting case because whenever he's been given an opportunity, he has shined. And it goes all the way back to 2020, the COVID year. That when he was in there, he shined. Look at the Patriot game a couple years ago. Look at the Buffalo game last year when he was given the opportunity. That man showed something. So there could be a notion where they could have 4 running backs on this team. If Achane is not out long term, you got Wilson, Mostert, Achane, and Ahmed as a number 4, as 4 running backs.
Well, Alex, I'm gonna tell you, I think there's gonna be 5 running backs on this roster.
Okay,
that make the squad, and Raheem, right, Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Devon Achane, Savon Ahmed, I think made it this past game, and then it's going to come down to, is it Chris Brooks or Myles Gaskin? And if you're asking me, I think Chris Brooks has the upper hand right now.
Oh, I agree. I highly agree with that right now.
I'll be honest, I think it would take a miracle performance and maybe even somewhat of a bad performance of Chris Brooks. It would take a miracle performance by Gaskin and their, whatchamacallit, Brooks would have to just really crap the bed in order for that to change.
Yeah, I agree with that, Tim. I'm with you 100% on that train with that. The tight ends, another good performance from the tight ends. Durham Smythe, look, and the thing is I've always liked Durham Smythe since we drafted him. He's come a long way, from
Durham Smythe had 1 catch for 10 yards receiving, and he looked good on some blocks. Here's the thing I need. This is. Let me interrupt for a second, Alex. I'll say this: Dolphin fans need to kind of put in the back of their head, you're not going to see all this amazing production from the tight end position.
Agreed.
If we wanted production from the tight end position, we A, would have retained Gesicki, and or B, would have went out and spent money on somebody like Dalton Schultz or somebody, or C, we would have drafted somebody. They wanted somebody that was at the end of the bench, that can block and play some snaps at the position when needed and catch here and there. Eric Saubert fits that mold. You already had Durham Smythe. And, Elijah Higgins, I don't know what you have with him. I don't think Elijah's done anything for me to be like, holy cow, he's making this 53. But if he's decent at special teams and can have somewhat of a decent game on Saturday, maybe Elijah Higgins makes this squad. And you also got to remember too, Alec Ingold's hand is better now. So he's going to be able to catch passes and he can block. So he's going to get some snaps at the tight end position. So, I think you're going to see 4 tight ends.
Yeah.
And Tyler Kroft. I haven't even talked about Kroft yet, and Kroft looks somewhat decent. I think he did Kroft didn't do anything on Saturday. He didn't.
No, he didn't have much.
But, apparently he's been okay in practice. But, again, I'm sure Croft will get a good amount of snaps on Friday, and Higgins will or on Saturday, and Higgins will, Hudgens or Higgins, whatever his name is.
Julian Hill is also an interesting
Julian Hill,
story.
3 receptions for 31 yards, averaged over 10 yards.
I think you got something in him. I think you got something in Julian Hill.
100%.
The other thing is with Robert Jones, it sucks that he went down with an injury, because he did a serviceable job last season when Eichenberg went out. But let's be real here. He was never in line to be the starter week 1.
No, I think Isaiah Wynn won.
Yes, Isaiah Wynn. Yes, Isaiah Wynn was going to be the starter week 1. But with that guard position, you got so much depth at that guard position. I think this is probably the biggest depth that we have seen on this O-line in a long time. Especially at the guard position, because you got Cotton, you got Robert Jones when he comes back, you got Isaiah Wynn. You can fit Austin Jackson in that guard role too, as well if you need to. You could swing Connor out there if you need to. I mean, it's just so much depth that they have, man, and it'll be, your starting 5 will look like Austin Jackson, Isaiah Wynn, Robert Hunt, and then Teron Armstead, and then Connor Williams. So that's your starting 5, and then of course you got capable backups that can easily fit the role if they didn't need to go out for a game or two. I think this O-line is better than what it has that people have said it is. Yeah. But Cam Smith. The starting corners. I think Cam Smith has already won the job right there at the cornerback position opposite X until Ramsey comes back, and then Kohu will be on the inside in the at the slot corner, because that's where Kohu shines in the slot. His strength, his hips, the way he moves. Your boy Noah, I think, is going to be cut if he doesn't have a great final preseason game. He's most likely not going to be here for week 1. Noah, your boy Noah.
I don't know who you're talking about. I have no idea who that guy is. Whom it is you speak of, I know not that person.
Yeah, he won't be here week 1, so you can count on that guy to be cut. So, but and then the Jonathan Taylor's talk, I don't think it's ever going to happen. It's never going to, even if there's an long-term injury with HM, they're not going to entertain the fact that Jonathan Taylor. Chris Greer has never spent big on running backs in his tenure here with the Dolphins, and he's never like trade for a big name back. Jeff Wilson was probably like the only guy that I've seen Chris Greer trade for as far as running back in like a long time. Mm-hmm. But they're not. Jonathan Taylor is off the table. They're not going after him. His offense is running back by committee, running the same offense in San Fran. Before they got into CMC, it was a running back by committee. So it's going to be the same thing here. And I'm okay with the group we have. I think we can win with the guys we have in the room. So I think we're better than the Jets and every team in that division.
Well, it'll definitely be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting to see.
Oh yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting to see how they go. I think this team wins 12 to 13 games.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and Tua has a great year. But I think next game we're going to see a lot of Mike White. Right now, Skylar is ahead of Mike White in the quarterback 2 department after that game he had. But he still needs a lot of work, man. Skylar. His ability to read defenses is still needs a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that on there too at times.
All right, man. Let me let you go, and I appreciate you coming on, dude.
All right, man. Have a good day. Let me know if God forbid anything falls through, man. And congratulations again on the new home, man. God bless you and your family, bro. Stay safe, man. My friend.
Be easy, buddy.
Thanks. Later.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It is Victory Monday. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. If you guys like what you see, hit the like button. Only 67 likes, over 140 of y'all in the room. So hit the like button. If you guys want to get on and you want to tell me your thoughts about the game, I want to hear from you. All right. I definitely want to hear from you. So here's the link. It's in the chat. I want to hear from you. If you guys have a question or have a take, put it in the chat and I'll read it and I'll respond to it. Whatever it is, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. I want to hear from you. Let's make it happen. All right. Let's see. They should have poked at Zach Martin, maybe for Christian and said Wilson, or Christian and Jeff and Wilson. Again, Eric, I'll say this. I would have loved to have seen Zach Martin, but no way Dallas was giving him up. And Christian, the whole Christian thing is Dolphins just need to deal with him and his contract and get it done, so that way people just stop talking about it. Because I want him to be a Dolphin for a very long time, and I want us to be competitive for a very long time. And I think with him, you know, that's going to be the case. But as far as Martin's concerned, Cowboys never were going to trade him. So that's just my thought on it. Let's say William Slater says, all right, if we pay him, then we can't pay Waddle or Phillips. We can't afford everybody. William, I think you're right. We can't afford to pay everybody. There's going to be somebody that's going to fall through the cracks. I don't know who is going to be the odd man out of this carousel of who do we pay, but there's going to be somebody. And I think Dolphin fans, whoever it is are not going to like it. DolFAN Nation is going to find a way to be upset with it. And that's going to be the reality of the situation. Daniel Taylor says, hashtag Ask Stephen D, is Tua Tagovailoa the most resilient quarterback in the NFL? Is he the most resilient? No, he's not. But he is resilient, and he's somebody that I like, and he's somebody that I think can take us very, very far. And I think he showed that, Saturday night. He showed that last year. He just needs to stay healthy. That's my biggest thing with him. Needs to stay healthy. All right. Speaking of quarterbacks, Mr. Pete's take. Good morning, Pete.
Hey, good morning. That's what we'll start it off today, Steven. Maybe we can start it off with the quarterbacks.
Well, I mean,
Victory Monday.
I knew you were coming on Victory Monday to discuss how you felt, because you were very, very excited and happy about everything. So what is your thoughts?
Oh, you want me to just talk about the exciting and the things that I was happy about?
I mean, I know that you are very, very excited. So I would like to know what your thoughts are.
I just think it was a phenomenal game, Steven, especially when Skylar came in. Like, what I loved about it is how he had command and control of the offense.
Mm-hmm.
I do, like, I have so much exciting things, but a little bit of negative things. So I always, like, my thing is always come up with the negatives and come up with the problems that I see. Everything else that was exciting, all of the guys probably already talked about. So my thing is, I'm not going to lie, Steven, I have not been able to forget that first pass interception from Tua, dude.
Oh my God.
No, yes, bro. Like, it's not, oh my God. It's concerning. It's downright one of the worst plays I've seen Tua make in his entire Dolphin career. And you know what I love? And you know what I love, Steven? I hear the crickets. That's fine. But help me out here, right?
I don't know if I want to help you.
No, I know. But help me, bro. Help me. Because if you can help me, then maybe things can clean up in my head. I don't get it. If Skylar does good, right, Steven? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's preseason. It's only preseason. That's what he did last year. It's only preseason. How come every other quarterback isn't doing as good as Skylar if it's only preseason? If it's only preseason, then what? Defenses don't get paid to make plays? If it's only preseason, right, and it's vanilla stuff, then why the heck is Tua throwing an interception on the first pass? Skylar's not throwing interceptions. If it's only practice and if it's only preseason, then why are other quarterbacks around the NFL bumming it out? Why aren't every quarterback in every team just going out and balling out. If it's only preseason, it's only practice, nobody shows nothing. Or does that only matter, Steven, when they play us? Teams go vanilla. It's only against the Dolphins, I guess. When teams play the Dolphins, everybody goes vanilla. It's only practice. You see what I'm saying, Steven?
Mhm.
It's not only preseason, and it is not only practice. It's football. Maybe they don't put their game plan or they don't scheme to stop another team, so they just lay back and play football. That's it. Mano y mano. And you have to be able to make plays. And I'm sorry, the concerns that I have under Tua, Steven, are still here, bro. And they're loud, dude. This side-to-side football we're playing with him, screen, quick screen to Ekwuzama. We need more vertical plays offensively. And we got that with Skylar. And I'm not saying anything. Like, I get it. Tua's QB1. But I'm just saying, bro, like, it can't be looking like this bad, dude. And I get it. Oh, no. Tua, he was resilient on his second drive. He went down. And we got a penalty on that drive that gave him a lucky first down, if I'm not mistaken. You get me? Like, I don't know, Steven. There's so many concerns right now. One thing I do love.
All right, hold on. Breaking news. Chris Perkins just tweeting that Mike White is in concussion protocol and is still currently there. He is not out of concussion protocol. So
who's that? And you saw what they tried to do to Skylar, talking about concussion protocol? They threw that guy in the tent, bro. He was cooking so much, they tried to slow him down, Steven. They said, hey, get that guy out of here, bro. He's making our defenders look bad. And that's what, bro, oh my God, they did Skylar so dirty with the tent move. That was bad. But, Steven, you know what I did love?
I'm mad that I had that breaking news with Pete up here. It really bothers me that I had that with you.
Hey, Steven, you know what I did love? Now, this is something that, you know what? I go back when we traded for Jalen Ramsey. I was up here on your show. I was crying. I was like, what the heck are we doing? If we got Vic Fangio shouldn't need 2 top 3 cornerbacks in the league to work. So why did we make that move? And it almost answered every question and makes me feel like I'm even more right. Steven, Vic Fangio knows how to put people in places to be succeeding on defense. He, like, the only thing, question mark, honestly, the negative that I have on Vic Fangio right now, which we didn't even get it with the starters, so I have to slow down. The only problem right now is we didn't get no sacks. 0. Okay? 0 sacks. We didn't even get an interception. That's it. We didn't get a turnover or a sack.
He held
but
the team to 3 points, Pete.
I get it. But with that being said, we held them to 3 points. It was more of them, you know, their third down offense. We did great on third down defense. They went for it on fourth down. I don't know if they got them all, but I know that might have been. But my thing is, we didn't get a sack. We didn't get an interception. And I don't know. I just truly don't know how this is going to work if we're not finishing plays like that. Like, if we're not getting turnovers or sacks, Steven, I'm telling you, Vic Fangio's scheme is going to work, but it's not gonna be top 10. Like, that's the finishing touch. We need to get the sacks. We need to convert them into sacks, not just pressure. Because we saw what everybody, oh no, we got guys that put pressure, Steven. This is what they always tell me here on your show. Oh, pressure, pressure, pressure. But did you see Davis Mills under pressure? All he did was step forward, evade the pressure, boom, throw it right there, complete the pass when he had that chance. So pressure isn't everything. But what I do love and what makes me feel good about Vic Fangio is I don't think he needs Jalen Ramsey. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be able to put any player in their position and be able to work with them. That's how I feel Vic Fangio's scheme is going to be good at least for like the back end guys. I don't know about the guys in the trenches. That's basically what I'm saying. The guys in the trenches, they're going to have to show up. But at least I know for sure the guys in the back end, Vic Fangio knows what he's doing. And that's 100%, bro. Because nobody was out of place. Nobody was really out of position. And if some of those plays would have converted into sacks, I would have probably blamed it based on Vic Fangio's coverage scheme, that he was shutting things down back there, bro. And that was honestly important in my eyes. How do you feel about that? Sacks are bad, but at least the scheme was good. You get what I'm saying?
There's a lot of what you said. I'm trying to process everything, Pete. Here's my thought on a lot of what you said. A lot of what you said was
I know, man.
Okay, all right, let me finish. Let me finish. Skylar played a great game. But a couple of things. He did this last year in the preseason, and we're not sitting here saying he's not got a lot of things to like. There's a lot to like about Skylar. There's a lot to like. I'm glad he's on this roster. Is he better than Mike White? I think that's debatable personally. I think Mike White is better, my personal opinion, but we have to wait and see. Now, this breaking news that Mike White is in concussion protocol is very interesting because I believe that it will allow for Skylar to play all 4 quarters again if he ends up being out for this game.
Oh, it was Mike White? I thought you said Robert Jones.
No. Mike White is out in concussion protocol.
What?
Yes.
Color was telling me something about that, and I was like, no way, he didn't get out. So you're telling me he really did get hurt and Skylar was not supposed to come back last week?
Skylar was not supposed to come back last week, and that Mike White was supposed to play a good portion of that game.
Oh, wow.
So, but to be fair, Skylar made the most of his situation, right? He made the most of what was there. And that's what you want from a backup. You want somebody that's going to make the most of what's there. Now, you can be mad about that pass that Tua did. I was mad about that pass that Tua did.
I'm never going to forget it.
I'm sure that you won't. But what I will tell you, Pete, is that was his first pass in 8 months? And then he flipped the script, and his next 16 plays were absolutely smart, amazing, and it drove us down the field, and we scored a touchdown, and it was beautiful. And he is a big reason why that was. And could you imagine that for 4 quarters? I would love to. I think it's great. He's not better than Tua in any way, shape, or form. Not even close. And Skylar's good, and he's definitely in a quarterback 2 battle with Mike White, especially now that Mike White is in concussion protocol. But that's as far as this conversation goes about Skylar. Skylar deserves to be on the 53. Whether he's 2 or 3, that's to be determined. And we hope that we don't have to see any of the backups this year. Now, I will tell you this. I think that Mike White should not have been in concussion protocol last week at all. And the fact that he was is very interesting. Or Skylar, not Mike White, Skylar.
That they took him to the tent, right?
Yeah, they took him to the tent. I think
that
he was in
so
concussion
weird.
protocol for a minute.
The spotters spotted him out.
To say this, Pete, I think, and this is a conspiracy theory, this is just something that I feel. I think the Dolphins are going to get very closely monitored in their quarterback situation for concussions this year. And the moment that whoever the independent consultant is for concussions thinks that Tua even bounced his head, and it might not be anything, to mind you, but I think the Dolphins are not only going to have to play against the team on the field, they're not only going to have to play against the refs in certain games, but they're also going to have to play against the independent consultant for the concussion protocol. Because if they think that Tua has a concussion, and he might not, he might just been a hard hit. He might be good. What's going to happen when they take Tua off the field to give him a independent concussion exam? Like
wow, Stephen. Well, you know, if they have us well, Stephen, if they have us under the binoculars like that,
they do. I guarantee you, they did in the Jets game last year. That's why Teddy Bridgewater never came back.
They're making everything tough for us. But like, if they have us like that, I wouldn't doubt it. I believe you have some sense to that, and you could be right. But here's my fear, and I've said this already. This could be a ploy, Stephen. This could literally be a ploy of what we're doing with Skylar. We put Mike White on concussion. I'm starting to think now, when you just told me that, this next game versus the Jaguars, Skylar's going to play the entire game, dude. And you know why? We are going to end up trading this guy this season, bro. We didn't trade him last season. He was up for grabs. Multiple teams called for him. And Greer McDaniel sat on the podium and says, we would be dumb if we traded Skylar away. This season, this season, I'm shocked if they don't trade Skylar away, bro. Because there's nothing. Listen to what I'm telling you. I almost called you Skylar. Listen to what I'm telling you, Steven. Tell me something Skylar can't do. That's the question I'm going to start having for everybody around here. Tell me something Skylar can't do. And nobody's going to be able to ask, what can't he do? We're going to trade this guy, bro. We're going to get some draft capital, maybe a second round draft pick. But this is opening up. Like, you wouldn't believe it, Steven. I know it was only me at the beginning, but it's not only me anymore. There's a lot of people that like Skylar Thompson. There's a lot of people that openly admit that there should be a quarterback competition here. I've had these discussions. People think this. It's not because, oh, it's Tua, bro. Tua's doing this to himself, Steven. You don't go out in preseason and throw a pick like that, dude. Not on your first play, dude. Like, you cannot do that.
Okay, I hear you. I think you're wrong, but I hear you. I think you're way wrong, but I hear you.
That's fine, man. I'm always wrong.
I got other people in the back, and
let them up, Steven. Appreciate you having me up. Love the show. Keep it up. I'll be back up if you let. Love y'all too. Bye.
Bye. What is there to say about Pete? Except Pete gon' Pete. Pete gon' Pete. That's all I know. Solo Boyzo, what's up, man? Solo Boy.
What's up, man? It's been a while.
What's up?
You hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's up? Yep.
All right, man. Man, okay. Just to piggyback off what he's talking about with the quarterbacks and everything, this is what I say, man. It's preseason, but at the same time, it don't look good for us. Like, just to be talking championship, we might well just take that off. Reason why I'm gonna say that, like, I seen championship in the preseason, and I seen it from Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, man, he hit 11 different receivers. The 11th one was a touchdown. So it's like, that's something that you like, wow, man, the preseason you're doing that, that's crazy. But with our team, I think we got to take it back to the lab, man. We got some good, good little position players.
So, boys, though, you do realize we won on Saturday, and we only allowed them to score 3 points, and our offense looked amazing, and our defense looked amazing.
And, man, this is what I'm saying. We playing against Houston, man. Playing against Houston,
and we did exactly what we were supposed to do against them, dominated them.
But this my thing is preseason, man. And you know what make it even bad, that make it look bad? Tua threw a pick on the first play, man. Like, I understand if you throw the pick at the end of the game or a couple plays, on the first play, man. Like the first play, that should be a play that you run in practice every day. It should be a play that
Did Pete take over your body, Solo Boyzo? Are you Pete?
Man. Listen.
Are you Pete 2.0 right now?
No, man. This is what I'm saying, man. We got to get on reality. This the reality. Our division getting better. It's getting better, man. Like when I'm gonna be real with us. Like we're not even talking about our linebackers. I'm gonna say, that David Long was a good, he was a good sign. But he gonna have to work for that money, because we got some running backs in our division, and we had problems a couple of years ago in stopping the run. And everybody it's like we don't talk about that no more. But I'm gonna see if that problem been fixed. But I know we had a big problem, and we had Baker, we had a bunch of nobodies, man. Baker the only one we can remember right now. I understand what you're saying, but it's like you gotta think about it. The Patriots, they getting better. Green Bay look like they're gonna make the playoffs. Buffalo look like they're gonna make the playoffs. Like now we gotta compete with the Pats.
You're breaking up, Solo Boy. You're breaking up.
They got a good.
You're breaking up, man.
Team.
I'm not messing with him, just to be fair.
And when you look at us, man.
All right, Solo Boy, you were breaking up really bad. I couldn't hear you. Go out and come back in. If you go out and come back in, I'll try it again. But he did just say Green Bay was going to make the playoffs, and we weren't. I mean, well, didn't expect this from Victory Monday. We gave up 3 points in a preseason game. Looked absolutely amazing. And my last two callers have been nothing but, oh my God, the end of the world is here. We're a bad football team. There's no way we can do this. Come on, guys. Come on. Do better. I don't know what's up with y'all. Okay? I have no idea. But I'm telling you guys right now, the Dolphins are going to be good. They're going to be better than good. I don't know what to tell y'all. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. What a show today for Victory Monday. What a show. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed everything today. Was great. Tomorrow is going to be Hot Take Tuesday. I'm going to have my man DJ Genesis on tomorrow. That should be a lot of fun. DJ Genesis. So that'll be good. And then Wednesday's Wildin' Out Wednesday, where I'm sure I'll have a lot of the same people that came on today for that. And yeah, it should be good. Pete, what do you want, man? I'm trying to end the show.
I know, but I forgot to talk about somebody, Steven. And now we got Positive Pete up here. Steven, listen to me, guy. Listen to me and everybody in the chat, please. As a fan and as a team. I'm telling you right now, Steven, I think I love Chris Brooks. I honestly think Chris Brooks is my favorite running back on the team as of today. You know why? He's a punisher. He's a mean machine. That's what we need. Chris Brooks trained. I want to hear everybody just love Chris Brooks. We got to push this. If there's something the fans can do, the fans can push a player to stay on the roster. I'm telling you, we all go out, start buying Chris Brooks jerseys. The sales go up, the propaganda. We could PR this thing ourselves. But we need to see Chris Brooks run that rock versus the Jaguars at least 20 to 25 times. That's the look. I'm going to leave it like this, Steven. Jaguars, last
I wish
preseason
you would
game.
just leave it.
I'm going to leave it like this. Jaguars, next preseason game, hashtag give Chris Brooks the rock 30 times, and let's see what he does. Peace out. Fins up. Clock Blockers in the morning. Best show in the morning. Fins up. Everybody hit the like button. Donate. And I'll catch you guys back on Wednesday night. Wednesday. You know how it is. Well, they're not Wednesdays. Chris Brooks.
Kevin, I tried to bring you on, but it says device is not connected on my thing, just so you know. I tried. You guys are a trip. Guys, if you like today's show or you like the show in general, please donate. It helps. Donate to the channel. If you guys also like the show, share the link. If you're not able to donate, hit the like button. Let people know that we're here. It was a great show today. I truly enjoyed it. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who helped make the show great. All the callers, all the listeners, everybody in the chat. It was a lot of fun. Tomorrow is Hot Take Tuesday. DJ Genesis will be on with me. It will be a good time. So I hope y'all are here for that. It's going to be good. I'm going to end the show today with Solo D's new song. If you guys like Solo D's new song, donate to the channel, hit the like button. This is Solo D's 2023 season song. Here we go. We'll see y'all tomorrow right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Clock Blockers, home of the #1 Miami fan morning show. Peace.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah. 2-3. Solo D. DWA, we gonna do it like this. Look. Get back to the season, yeah, it's time for 2-3. Miami sports been on fire, kicking ass like Bruce Lee. Tua hit the weight room and got his tribe on his sleeve. Got some goals on his list that he gotta achieve. Matt D with the schemes, he supplying the dream. Rolling Vic for defense, we bout to hunt for the ring. Buffet boys hit squad, we ain't thinking about Rodgers. Only Hall of Famer we acknowledge this year is Thomas.
What an unreal play by Zach Thomas.
Legendary at the crib, what we do is historic. Ain't won a ring in 50 years, but not one season been born. We been steady building up, they been sleeping and snoring. We been repping for that aqua, plus that green and the orange. 305 South Florida, we the reason it's storming. Since we picked up Tyreek, why should our speed been important? Waddle patch, they gon' dance like a penguin when scoring. Running backs, run it back. Old line don't want no sacks. They reload in beast mode to protect the quarterback. CBS recorded that, then the world syndicated. Put the league on notice, now they all intimidated. Took some L's from injuries, but now them boys rejuvenated. When they lining up against you, running through you, you gon' hate it. All the fans gon' debate it. Compare and contrast, the same conversation on a different podcast. I'm a DolFAN for life. 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 Who that?
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep. DWA, that's DolFans with attitude. MSM, that's Miami Sports Music. Make sure you subscribe.